All right, y'all, today what I'm gonna be covering in this video is gonna be how to be able to eat when you are following a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour eating window. So for most of us, this is gonna look like 2 to 3 meals within the day. In the morning time, you're drinking your water, you're getting your black coffee, maybe adding a little bit of some bulletproof coffee into the diet, whatever it might be, right? But your food intake is gonna be 8 hours of the day. So what are you gonna eat in that time to help you out with your weight loss goals? So what I'm gonna be sharing with you guys is an example day here today. And then I'm also gonna break down some rules that you can remember as you go through, so that way you can create your own example days and your own, your own meal template, your own meal plan as you go through. So the very first thing that I want to say is in your 2 to 3 meals, you're going to want to make sure to prioritize protein, okay? So this is going to look like every single meal should have 1 to 2 servings of protein added, right? And some of y'all might be wondering, what is a serving of protein? Within this program, I'm just gonna use a simple example, and that's gonna be about 30 grams of protein. So you won't need to go and count calories to figure this out. I'll just give you some examples and you guys can kind of spitball it, and also just read the nutrition packages of anything that you're taking in and start to get the reps of understanding just how much protein is in the things that we eat. So 1 serving of protein is gonna be about 30 grams of protein. So if you're getting 1 to 2 servings, it should be about 30 to 60 grams of protein per meal. So what does 30 grams of protein look like, 1 serving? It's gonna look like about 4 eggs, okay? So 4 eggs, or maybe 3 eggs with some cheese, or 2-3 eggs with some sausage or bacon, right? It's gonna be about 30 grams of protein, okay? Then about 4 to 5 ounces of fish or chicken, which is gonna usually look like about kind of the palm of my hand, right? Just the palm of my hand right here, no fingers, gonna be about 4 ounces. Usually a fist is about 6 ounces or so. So that's gonna be 1 serving. Fattier cuts of red meat, things like ribeye, ground beef, is probably gonna need to be a little closer to about 5 or 6 ounces of meat, as it does have more fat in it, right? So that's gonna be closer to about that 5-6 ounce kind of fist size is gonna be about 1 serving of protein there. So in whatever meal you have, make sure you get 1 or 2 servings of that. Protein powder, 1 scoop of that is usually around 20-30 grams of protein, gets you 1 serving. You mix that with some Greek yogurt, you're good to go, right? So that's what you want to have as your foundation for most meals. If you're having a salad, don't eat a salad bare bones. Throw some protein on there. You want to be able to get that protein in to help you recover from your workouts, to help build muscle, to keep you fuller longer. If you're finding you're still hungry a lot, it's because you're not getting enough protein or fats in usually, right? So that's going to be our pillar number 1 for your meals. Number 2 is going to be that you want to prioritize your fats and protein as the base of your diet, right? Fats and protein should probably make up 60-70% of your total calorie intake when wanting to lose weight, especially in this program. And now here's the reason why. These 2 food groups are the most filling and satisfying, and also whenever you want to feel energetic and have long, slow burning fuel that allows you not to have to eat all day long to be able to have energy, fats and protein are going to do just that. The way that your body metabolizes them, it ends up keeping you fuller longer, which means you can have less calories, lose weight, be in a calorie deficit, but enjoy the process much more. So whenever you have like a salad, make sure to prioritize avocados, eggs, nuts, meat, like get some fatty meat in there to be able to make that even more filling. When you have meals, look to make sure that you're getting in like olive oil, butter, like goat cheese, all of these good things for healthy fats. And there, as well as grass-fed beef is a great source as well too. And then your protein, we just talked about that. So these should be what you mainly make up for your weight loss nutrition. And then finally, we're gonna talk about carbs here. So when it comes to your carbs, when you eat, give your carbs a job, all right? Carbs are awesome Carbs taste good. I love me some chocolate and some wine, and even a good cider on draft as well too. But whenever you have carbs, the best place for them is on days that they're actually going to be used. So this would look like on days where you strength train or you go for a run, when you do some more intensive training for the day. Those are great days to throw in carbs in your meals. And you wanna make sure, just remember, whenever you're like, should I have carbs right now or should I not? Think, am I gonna give my carbs a job today? Or are they just gonna sit on the side of the road? Because the way carbohydrates work is they're phenomenal for exercise, training. But if you're not, if you're, let's say, just doing mainly walking right now, or you don't feel like your exercise is so intense to where you need more carbohydrates to fuel it, you'll want to stick with primarily fats and protein throughout this, because your carbs aren't going to have a job. They're just going to be sitting there and not be utilized in the fullest capacity. So whenever you want carbs, just think about that. Am I going to give them a job today, or have I already given them a job today, right? Let's say you already worked out and you're going to have some after. So that's really the three core pillars there. Prioritize protein, get fats in to make sure that you are staying full and satisfied. And number three, whenever you have carbs, make sure to give them a job, all right? So an example of what it might look like for an 8-hour eating window while you're losing weight would be, let's say you break your fast at 10 a.m. This is one of my favorite ways to do it. And you have eggs, avocado, goat cheese, and some ketchup on top. So when I do this, I do about 3 to 4 eggs with half to a full avocado, depending on if I'm making this for my wife as well too. And then I put on some goat cheese or feta cheese on that, and I just kind of layer on some ketchup there. It's amazing. I eat it with a spoon and it keeps me full, and I don't really have to think about making a big meal because it takes 10 minutes. Second example would be a what I call a live probiotic smoothie with Greek yogurt, eggs, a little bit of protein powder, and some berries in there. Sometimes I'll throw in some honey in that if it's right after a training session or before a training session. And I love this because it's easy to digest. My body feels great when I have it, and it's really good for my gut with coconut oil, eggs, and Greek yogurt or Bulgarian yogurt in there. All three of which are just phenomenal probiotic and enzyme-filled foods. Finally, dinner. There's an airplane going by. Dinner on this day. So you have that smoothie maybe around 2 or 3 o'clock, eggs and avocado around 10 a.m. You could have what I call a keto salad in the evening, which is just a great concoction of salad greens with ground beef cooked in butter and some avocado, some scrambled eggs, some chopped up cherry tomatoes, sometimes some carrots, all thrown onto a bed of greens with some feta cheese or goat cheese on there as well too. And I like to use balsamic vinaigrette as the dressing for it. And I'll eat that up, man. That thing is so filling and so good. Gets a good amount of calories in there too. It's the most filling salad I've ever eaten, and it's one of the few ways I can actually get in a salad and not feel like I ate nothing afterwards and actually feel full. So that would be an example. The whole day could come out to around like 2,000 calories or so, which is perfect for a lot of the guys watching this who want to get to about that 200-pound zone, and even other individuals who might want to get a little bit lower as well. So 2,000 calories is a great spot to go to. So use that example, start to create your own, use these pillars, and you guys will have a great time within the program dropping weight like it's nobody's business. All right, you guys got this, and I got you. Now let's get to it, y'all.